archaeologist and temple historian. You also find all deans and associate deans of SASTRA University walking majestically towards the stage, marking the commencement of this very special program. The twin celebration begins with an invocation by Kumari V. Mahalakshmi, third year EIE, SASTRA University, Tanjore. May I request the gathering to stand in devotional silence for the prayer song.
आत्मवदेव परानपि पश्यत आत्मवदेव परानपि पश्यत युद्धं त्यजत स्पर्धां त्यजत युद्धं त्यजत स्पर्धां त्यजत त्यजत परेष्वक्रममक्रमणं त्यजत परेष्वक्रममक्रमणं मैत्रीं भजत अखिलहृजेत्रीं जननी पृथिवी कामदुघास्ते जननी पृथिवी कामदुघास्ते जनको देवः सकलदयालु जनको देवः सकलदयालु दाम्यत दत्त दयध्वं जनता दाम्यत दत्त दयध्वं जनता श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां. Thank you.
May I humbly request the Vice Chancellor of SASTRA University to welcome the guests and the gathering.
Distinguished orator, Dr. S.S. Badrinath, distinguished trio of the erstwhile combined Tanjore district soil, faculty colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I am extremely happy for a variety of reasons to welcome this unique gathering of distinguished intellectuals on the stage and the audience who are gathered to witness the honor to be bestowed on three outstanding individuals by SASTRA University through another individual who is a symbol of humanitarian service. I am referring to Dr. S. Badrinath. Sir, I wholeheartedly welcome you to this campus. On behalf of the citizens of Kumbakonam and on behalf of the SASTRA family for this evening special convocation. This special convocation is a continuum of SARS. Firstly, Mahamaham, the unbreakable continuum of the spiritual and cultural asset of Kumbakonam, a continuum of the intellectual fertility of the soil of the Tanjore district that has the capacity to manifest in the form of people like Shri Gopal Swami, Shri Kalyanaraman and Shri Balasubramanyam, which makes us feel proud to continue our tradition of honoring men of eminence on this holy occasion of Mahamaham. We welcome all three of you for this momentous event and thank you in advance for accepting the honor bestowed on you. Distinguished members on the dais and those who are part of this enlightened audience, today's event is not only to honor those three eminent individuals who are physically present, but also in memory of an individual whose unseen presence is always felt among all of us. The Shastra of the founder of the institution, Shri S.Ramachandra Iyer, who is visionary architect, so see the idea of a higher educational institution at Tanjavur district, will be entering his 100th year had he been with us today. Living the life of a simpleton, with grand and noble ideas, he always believed in dharmic values. It is with his spirit of dharmic humanism, the Centenary celebration of S.Ramachandra Iyer is being planned throughout the year, beginning today. I thank on behalf of SASTRA and on my personal behalf, Dr. S. Badrinath, for graciously accepting to also launch the Centenary celebrations in memory of the Founder-Chancellor of SASTRA University. Personally, sir, you have been instrumental in restoring the vision of the second eye when he has lost the vision by 2 retina. At the age of 86, when I contacted you, you said, Seduraman, for the last 20 years I am not operating upon. I will request Prema Padmanabhan to operate upon, and I will stand by the side. At the age of 86, you operated upon, and had the one vision throughout his life. Before concluding, I would also make a mention. During every Mahamaham, there's always a cry from Kumbhavanam citizens and politicians that that Mahamaham festival should be declared as a national festival. During 2004, I had the opportunity of discussing the same issue with some echelons of the society at Kumbakonam. It was Sunday. I telephoned the then Home Secretary, none other than C.S. Gopalaswamy on that day, and I asked for an appointment to meet him at Delhi on a deputation. His reply was, Seduraman, whenever you come to Delhi and come meet me, what is the question of seeking appointment? I told him that I am coming on a deputation, sir, to make a representation to you. Gopalaswamy replied, I will call you back within 10 minutes. You wait for the call. After 10 minutes, he called me back and asked, what is the purpose, you tell me? I told him, sir, the Kumbhavanam people wanted to make a request to declare Mahamaham as a national festival. He immediately said, you declare it the national festival, who stops you from declaring it as a national festival? I asked Gopalaswamy, sir, I can declare it as a national festival, but we want some money, as if you have allocated to Kumbh Mela and North. You allocate some funds to Kumbhavanam also for Mahamaham festival, declaring it as a national festival. He said, no funds will be allocated, and no funds have been allocated to Kumbh Mela also. Everything the state government has made it. You can declare it as national holiday. The central government has no objection to it. He said it, and we made it public. But the Kumbhavanam citizens have not declared it so far as national festival. The mistake lies with the Kumbhavanam. Therefore, we not make a hue and cry every Mahamaham season and ask for the declaration of the festival central government. Already, as Home Secretary, Mr. Gopalaswamy permitted the citizens of Kumbhavanam to declare it as a national festival. If I am wrong, Mr. Gopalaswamy will correct me in his acceptance speech. I welcome all of you for this twinning evening, which I am sure will leave a permanent footprint in the history of the historic Kumbakonam, an event that all of us will cherish to recall with pride and honor. Thank you.
Also, I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor to present a memento to the orator. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. S.S. Badrinath, Chairman Emeritus, Sankara Netralaya, Chennai, to inaugurate late Shri S.Ramachandra Iyer Centenary celebration by lighting the traditional lamp. I request the other three guests also to join him. SASTRA organizes this centenary celebration in memory of late Shri S.Ramachandra Iyer, the Founder-Chancellor of this university. May I take the privilege of inviting Dr. S. Subramaniam, Dean Planning and Development, to announce various activities waiting in the wing in commemoration with the centenary celebrations.
Distinguished members on the dais, special invitees, renowned citizens of this historic town of Kumbakonam on this momentous Mahamagam occasion, faculty colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I am extremely happy that I have been given this pleasant and at the same time difficult task of giving you in a nutshell that will serve as a perfect context and a backdrop for what we have planned in the next 1 year in memory of the late Shri S.Ramachandra Iyer, the Founder-Chancellor of SASTRA University. 100 years, no doubt, is a significant landmark, a symbolic achievement, both at an institutional level for institutions and at a personal level for individuals. And that is why this centenary celebrations, to mark this symbolic figure of 100, for a person who lived for more than 90 years, who had the very rare and divine opportunity of making more than 80 Chandra Darshans and devoting 70 years of his life in pursuit of various philanthropic activities, a simple life chasing extraordinary noble ideas, very strongly and devotedly supported for almost more than 60 years by his wife, deeply rooted in this Thanjavur district for over 50 years, and then decided to physically be in Chennai for more than 40 years, though emotionally still attached to the district of Thanjavur. And while at Chennai came this visionary dream, which today stands as an institution more than 30 years old. And this present campus that we are sitting here today is going to become 20 years in the next 1 year or so. And both the campuses put together has generated tens and thousands of graduates who are the SASTRA University's value ambassadors wherever they are. And that is why we felt for such decades of contribution by a person who through a simple living but with extraordinary ideas contributed in various spheres of public life. Though needs more than a year of celebration, we thought it fit that we will at least devote 1 year of celebrations to mark this symbolic figure of 100, and that is why the management of SASTRA University thought it aptly fit to celebrate from today the next 1 year in memory of the late Founder-Chancellor Shri S.Ramachandra Iyer. And there cannot be a better way to kickstart this series of events than by choosing certain set of philanthropic activities that has always remained close to his heart. And I still remember my father sharing this story as a toddler, as a newborn. It was Shri S.Ramachandra Iyer who took me to the government's children's hospital in Egmore on a Sunday, where during those times there was a service-oriented doctor willing to attend on me. And it is because of that emotional attachment, though he was not physically with us last year, through some divine intervention, struck this noble idea of creating a facility for the Egmore Children's Hospital, and that is why we first kick-started a contribution by way of creating a facility valued at rupees 1 crore at the Children's Hospital in Egmore. And I still remember as a kid, when S.Ramachandra Iyer was admitted at the CMC Vellore, because he had a cardiac problem, and the way in which the hospital authorities attended on him taught us a lesson that the heart is such an integral part of human life. And that is why last year we engaged in a massive activity in collaboration with the Shankara Health Foundation and saved the lives of over 70 small children who had juvenile heart problems. And at the same time, on the other hand, as a physically active person during his life, he increased the agricultural fertility of Thanjavur district and did not stop with that. He also wanted to enrich the intellectual fertility of Thanjavur district, and that is why he created SASTRA University. So we can understand that in pursuit of philanthropy, education was also something that was very close to his heart. And that is why after the Uttarakhand tragedy, we decided to adopt those orphaned kids and made sure that they receive their complete schooling in the Swami Dayananda Ashram in Rishikesh. So we adopted those students, and we continue to support 100 students who are now continuing their education at the Rishikesh Swami Dayananda School. And that is why we have chosen very carefully activities that will elongate the life of kids who are the future of our country, activities that will enrich the intellectual capital of our country amongst the youth. And that is why we have carefully chosen health and education, two critical social initiatives that needs to be done in more number by more people. And we thought we will lead from this part of the geography, and these two activities are hence an integral part of the Centenary celebrations that we are planning to do. And we have already started. As a precursor to this event, we did conduct a health camp 3 weeks back, where we identified 150 children under the age of 15 who would be requiring critical surgeries, attending to their hearts. Some have urological problems, general surgery, ophthalmic problems. 150 students, kids needing immediate surgical attention have been identified. And as a demonstrable gesture to ensure that this centenary celebrations is very serious in its endeavor to save the lives, the young lives of the future of our country. As a token, the first installment of rupees 25 lakhs will in due course be handed over to the Shankara Health Foundation, who will be conducting this surgeries under the leadership of Dr. J.S.N. Murthy at the Shri-Ramachandra Medical College in Chennai. And not stopping with that, we have planned a series of activities through scholarships for various students to pursue various educational endeavors, conduct events and competitions that nurture the spirit of nationalism, spiritualism, that enriches the cultural base of Kumbakonam, instill values among students, and these are certain cultural and social skills that need to be embedded, especially among students during these critical formative years. And these are the series of activities that we have planned in the next 1 year, and I'm sure we will touch as many lives as possible, and in the process add value to their living. And with this, may I now request Dr. S.S. Badrinath to hand over our first installment of rupees 25 lakhs to Mrs. Malati from the Office of the Vice Chancellor of the Ramachandra Medical College and Research Institute. And this is to ensure that these 150 students who have been identified are immediately treated with the requisite surgeries. Of these 150 students who have already been identified, already we have completed 27 surgeries because these students needed immediate attention, and we did not wait for February 17, that is today, and we have already started the process. And what we have done here is the formal inauguration of the centenary celebrations. And as I told before, ladies and gentlemen, the process has started, and we are sure that we will be touching the lives of many as we move forward in the next 1 year, and we seek your cooperation in this noble endeavor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Honorable Vice Chancellor of University to declare the convocation open.
The special convocation on the occasion of the Holy Mahamaham has been called on to confer the honoris causa on Shri N. Gopal Swami, Shri Udayav A. Kalyanaraman, and Shri Dr. Udabai M. Balasubramaniam, who by SASTRA University have been certified to be worthy of the same.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite Dr. S.S. Badrinath, the orator, to present honoris causa to the three distinguished scholars, one after the other. May I request Dean Planning and Development to present the citation for Shri N. Gopal Swami, former Chief Election Commissioner, first.
SASTRA University, citation. Shri N. Gopal Swami hails from Needamangalam village in Tamil Nadu and qualified for a postgraduate in chemistry from the Delhi University with a gold medal in 1965. He pursued his passion by entering the Indian Administrative Service in 1966 to mark 25 years of illustrious service to the state of Gujarat in various capacities as District Collector, Municipal Commissioner, Member Director of the Gujarat Electricity Board, Secretary of the Revenue Department, and Managing Director of Gujarat Communication and Electronics Limited. His efficient administration with a rare blend of courage and honesty was instrumental in his being identified for more assignments with the Government of India, which with full commitment he delivered from August 1992 to February 2004 as a Secretary in the Ministry of Culture, Union Home Secretary 2002 to 2004, and Election Commissioner to the nation. His service at the Election Commission of India for over 5 years from February 2004 to April 2009, which includes an illustrious tenure as the Chief Election Commissioner from June 2006 to April 2009, marked a healthy approach to the conduct of elections and ensured a clean and efficient electoral process, free from violence, favor, and intimidation. His stewardship during the general elections of the 15th Lok Sabha saw the introduction of photo ID cards for electoral rolls and several innovations that changed the landscape of Indian electoral process. His appointment as an observer for the elections conducted in Maldives and the northern provinces of Sri Lanka in 2013 and his earlier assignments in Nepal, Bhutan, USA, and Mauritius was lauded for his honest and fair efforts. Shri N. Gopal Swami's strong passion and involvement in culture and arts facilitated the grant of UNESCO World Heritage Status site to Dharasuram and Gangaikonda Cholapuram temples in Tamil Nadu and the Champanar Fort complex in Gujarat. His passionate initiatives resulted in UNESCO to introduce Vedic chanting as an oral heritage of the world and Government of India to allocate rupees 5 crore for the preservation of this heritage. Shri N. Gopal Swami is currently a trustee in Consumer Association of India, a non-government organization based in Chennai that works on consumer protection issues. He is chairperson of the Catalyst Trust that works on specific socially relevant projects. He is also the president of the Vivekananda Education Society, which runs over 22 schools in and around Chennai, and the vice president of the Sanskrit Promotion Foundation, New Delhi. His strong cultural roots and capability earned him the position of the chairman of the governing board of Kalakshetra Foundation, Chennai, in October 2014. He currently also serves as the chancellor of the Rashtriya Sanskrit Vidyapita, Tirupati, a premier Sanskrit university, for a 5-year term from October 2015. The Ministry of Human Resource and Development has constituted a committee under his chairmanship to suggest long-term vision and roadmap for the development of Sanskrit in India, which he earnestly and steadfastly, with the support of other members, completed and handed over the report in record time. He has been a trailblazer with a strong commitment to address issues of national importance like the 2G, 3G scams, the coal scam, etc., before the government formally dealt with these. A career spanning 43 years of public service with an unparalleled reputation for uprightness and hard work was rewarded by the Government of India, which conferred India's third highest civilian honor, the Padma Bhushan, in January 2015 for distinguished public service. With a deep sense of appreciation for his devoted and extraordinary service to the country's administration in various capacities, for his admirable and inspirational courage in altering the nation's electoral scenario, his bold leadership in diverse portfolios, his passionate endeavor to constantly strive for Sanskrit and Indian culture as a tool for national integration, and by way of offering Shastra's homage to an honest administrative legend, I have the honor to present unto you Shri N. Gopal Swami for the conferment of the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, signed by Professor R. Sethuraman, Vice Chancellor, and read today, February 17, 2016 at Kumbakonam.
May I request Dr. N. Gopal Swami to deliver his acceptance speech.
Vice Chancellor, Professor Shri Sethuraman, distinguished Chief Guest, Chancellor of the Dr. S.S. Badrinath, Chairman Emeritus, Sankaranatralaya, Chennai, distinguished members on the dais, off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. "60 years ago, I came to Kumbakonam along with my grandfather for my first visit to Mahamaham. And today, 60 years later, I've been honored with a doctorate by SASTRA University. It's a great coincidence for me. Well, 60 years is a long time. 43 years in public service is again a long time. But over this journey, one goes through various experiences and vicissitudes, but something remains constant with you all through the journey. That is the guidance of your parents, your elders, those who in the service or outside the service you treat as your models, your role models, your mentors, and those who guide you constantly. I was particularly lucky that my grandfather, after I did the IAS exam, went to seek his blessings, his one word was, Tamil சொன்னார் நேர்மையா இருந்தார். I have strived all these years to be. I hope I have succeeded, but it's for others to judge that. Because I had many other mentors, some outstanding civil servants whose sense of integrity, both intellectual as well as otherwise, was so wonderful that you always felt that you still have to strive a lot to be able to reach that level. Then of course you need tremendous support from your colleagues and others, which I got in plenty of measures, excepting where accidents happened otherwise. But one constant person who all through the years has been of great support to me is my wife. Now, she was of course somebody who had two qualities. One on the negative side, one on the positive side. The positive side is encouragement. The negative side is not to discourage and not to interfere. She was very particular about one thing. She will never ever give a call to my office. When I say this, you may feel a little surprised. Do wives give calls to the office? Yes, they do constantly. I can tell you, many people are there whose wives partly run the office, okay, if not fully. That way I was very lucky. And one learns lessons constantly in life. And Professor Sethuraman mentioned about one incident of his calling me up and talking to me. You may wonder why I didn't agree immediately to say that, yes, I am giving you an appointment, please come. There is a story behind it which I would like to just tell you and end my acceptance speech. I'm very grateful to this honor, but that one small incident is 1981-82, I did a course in UK. And I was alone, and for the last 3 months, my wife was supposed to join me. So I had heard about one agent who sells tickets, etc., airline tickets, and he was supposed to be the one who sold the cheapest tickets because he used to get better discounts. Being those days we used to call them blind person, but these days people will object, so I call them challenged, visually challenged. Okay. I took one afternoon, I didn't have a class, so I traveled almost about 3 hours by bus and by underground train to reach his place. In fact, I had spoken to him earlier and I told him which airline and which date I want the tickets. Fine. I said on a future date I'll get in touch with you and arrange for payment, etc. I traveled to pay him, also get the ticket. The first question he asked me on knocking at his house, he invited me inside. He was an Indian. The first question he asked me is, why did you come all the way? I had no answer at all. I said, I wanted to buy the ticket and I what is the telephone for? That's the next question. We as Indians at that time, our telephone service was not so good, and we always innately feel that unless we go and meet a person, our work will not be done. And on telephone, never. And this person first told me, what is the telephone for? And he said, I believe people should not waste their time. I took that lesson on that day. So as far as possible, if some work can be done on the telephone, I never insist upon the person to come and meet me at all. That is what I have followed. I just narrated because along the life, you have many teachers. Only thing is you have to learn. You have to learn from various incidents and teachers. I learned my lesson on that day. Well, I have known Professor Vaidya Subramaniam also in the last few years, though of course his father, since the time I was in the Department of Electronics, I had been amazed at the wonderful progress this institution had made. But all this, one distinguishing feature in their work. One, of course, on the merit side. Merit for them is supreme. That is what an institution should aspire not only to achieve, but to confer on its students. Merit should be the guiding factor. The other is, they have run the institution without fear or favor. A little bit of fear of politics happens, but favor they have not done. And I really bow my head for that wonderful attitude to life. And when I heard the series of programs that are taking for the 100th year celebrations of the Founder-Chancellor, the thread which runs through the whole thing is enlightened social consciousness and the will to serve the society. I really appreciate their attitude to what their duty should be towards society. And therefore, I feel more honored being the recipient of this honoris causa Doctor of Literature. I thank the management of SASTRA University. Particularly my thanks to Dr. S.S. Badrinath to have taken the trouble of coming all over to Kumbakonam and conferring this on me. And thank you all for this honor. Thank you.
Dr. S. Vaidya Subramaniam, Dean Planning and Development, will now read out the citation for Udayalur Shri K. Kalyanaraman, the renowned Nama Sankirtanam scholar.
SASTRA University, citation. Born in Udayalur village in Thanjavur district, Shri Udayalur K. Kalyanaraman has registered a glowing presence in the hoary tradition of South Indian devotional music called the Dakshin Bharat Bhajana Sampradaya. A disciple of Tiruvadaimarudur Shri Venkatrama Bhagavadar, Shri Kalyanaraman has earned MA and BEd degrees from the Bharatidasan University and Annamalai University respectively before pursuing his passion in the field of Bhajana Sampradaya. Udayalur Kalyanaraman's dedicated service to promote the Bhajana Sampradaya has won him several laurels and recognitions which include the Bhagavad Guna Amrita Varshi from Sri Kanchi Kamakoti Peetam, Bhaktil Sai Bharati, Sangeeta Kaustubam, Bhajanamrita Shiromani, Nama Sankirtana Ratna, Bhagavad Seva Ratna, Bhajana Ratnakara, Nama Sankirtana Tilakam, Sankirtana Chudamani, Sankirtana Seva Ratna, Nama Sudakara, Bhakti Sankirtana Gunarnava, Vedavyasa Ganamani, Nada Sevaka Award, Bhakti Sankirtana Gunarnava, Dharmatma Award, and the title of Sangeeta Kala Sagaram from various organizations of repute. The Namavali is not yet complete. So he is also the Asthana Vidwan of Sri Kanchi Kamakoti Peetam and the Avani Sringeri Shankara Mat. He was awarded the title of Sangeeta Kala Sagaram during the Cleveland Tyagaraja Aradhana in the year 2014 and was conferred the prestigious the TTK Award by the Music Academy Chennai at the 88th Annual Music Sadas. This has been the first of its kind to be conferred to an artist practicing Nama Sankirtanam. Udayalur Kalyanaraman is A-grade artist of the All India Radio Chennai and is also the recipient of the Professional Excellence Award by Rotary International Chennai. His unique talent of singing bhajans in ragas of classical music has received admiration from the youth and classical musicians, and therefore is an integral part of TV and radio broadcasts. His performances in the Malaysian radio, Kairala TV, Jaya TV, Shankara TV, Doordarshan, TTD SVBC and Vijay TV have attracted millions of viewers. Udayalur Kalyanaraman is a member of the governing body of the South Zone Cultural Center, Thanjavur, as appointed by the Government of India and that of Tamil Nadu. Udayalur's deep knowledge in Abhang Sankirtan has facilitated several academic interventions as well, the most significant of them being a one-year certificate course on Nama Sankirtanam and a course on Abhangs offered to the students and staff of SASTRA University. With a deep sense of appreciation for his relentless pursuit in promoting traditional bhajana sampradaya, amongst the old and the young alike, the initiatives to establish bhajans as a powerful form of worship, the extraordinary musical journey that instilled a nationwide awareness of bhajana sampradaya, the efficiency in establishing core bhajans in various corners of the world, in recognition of using bhajana sampradaya as a viable tool for devotion and national integration, and as Shastra's homage to the exemplary services to the cultural heritage of India, I have the honor of presenting unto you Udayalu Shri K. Kalyanarama Bhagavathar for the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, signed by Professor R. Sethuraman, Vice Chancellor, read today, February 17, 2016 at Kumbakonam.
May I request Shri K. Kalyanaraman to deliver his acceptance speech now.
அபார கருணா சிந்தும் ஞானதம் சாந்தரூபிணம் ஸ்ரீ சந்திரசேகர குரும் பிரணமாமி முதான்மகம். இங்கே மேடையில் இருக்கிற பிரிவாளுக்கெல்லாம் நமஸ்காரம். தியாயன் கிருதே ஜன் யஜ்ஞைஹி திரேதாயாம் துவாபரே அர்ச்சயன்னு எது ஆப்னோதி ததாப்னோதி கலவு சங்கீர்த்திய கேசவம்னு ஸ்லோகம் சொல்கிறது. கிருதயுகம் திரேதாயுகம் துவாபர யுகத்தெல்லாம் பகவானுடைய கிருபையை அடையிறதுக்கு பெரிய தபஸெல்லாம் பண்ண முடியுமா இருந்தது. we are all in Kali Yuga. It is impossible to possible, but sometimes it is impossible to follow our நம்ம பெரியவாள்லாம் பண்ணினத்தை பண்ண முடியலங்கிற போது பேசிக் குவாலிஃபிகேஷனாக இருக்கிற சந்தியாவந்தனத்தையாவது ஒழுங்காக பண்ணி நம்ம ஆச்சார அனுஷ்டானங்களை விடாமல் பகவன் நாமாவை சொன்னாலே போரும், பகவான் காப்பாற்றிப்படுறார் அப்படின்னு ஒரு பெரிய கலியுக தர்மமே கலியுகதொழு ஹரிநாமவ நனதரே குலகோடிகளை உத்தரிசுவதுங்கிறார் புரந்தரதாசர். அவருடைய நாமாவை ஒரு தடவை சொன்னால் போகிறோம், இதுக்கு ஜாதியோ மதமோ கிடையாது அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு பெரிய தர்மத்தை பகவானுடைய நாமாவை சொல்லுங்கோ போகிறோங்கிறத நம்ம ஆல் ஓவர் இந்தியா, not only from Tamil Nadu, பெரிய கிரேட் சயின்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் ஆல் ஓவர் இந்தியா நிறைய பாட்டு பகவான் மேலே போட்டிருக்காவா வேரியஸ் லாங்குவேஜஸில், அவாவா ரீஜனல் லெவலில். அது எல்லாத்தையும் ஒன்றா சேர்த்து நம்ம தமிழ்நாட்டை சேர்ந்த மருதாநல்லூர் பூஜ்ய ஸ்ரீ சத்குரு சுவாமிகள்னு ஒரு மகான், he collected various compositions from various great composers and made a syllabus. அதுதான் தட்சிண பாரத சம்பிரதாயம். we are not only focusing on ஏதோ ஒரு இதில் மாத்திரம் தமிழ்னு இல்லாமல் தமிழ், சமஸ்கிருதம், ஹிந்தி, தெலுங்கு, மராட்டி, கன்னடம் எல்லா லாங்குவேஜ்லேயும் கீர்த்தனைகளை பாடும் பொழுது எல்லா விதமான பல டிஃப்ரெண்ட் லாங்குவேஜஸில் பாடுற எல்லாரையும் ஒன்றா சேர்க்க முடியுது. இப்போ நான் ராம ராரான்னு பாடினேன்னா தெலுங்கில் பேசுகிறவாளுக்கு ஆஹா ராம ராராங்கிறாளேன்னு. வருவாய் வருவாய்னா தமிழில் சந்தோஷப்படுவா. பேகனே பாரோன்னா கன்னடத்தில் இருக்கிறவா சந்தோஷப்படுவா. இந்த மாதிரி irrespective of caste and creed எல்லாரையும் ஒன்றுபடுத்தணும் அப்படின்னா நேஷ்னல் இன்டகிரேஷன் த்ரூ நாம சங்கீர்த்தனம்ங்கிறத 17th செஞ்சுரியிலேயே சத்குரு சுவாமி எஸ்டாப்ளிஷ் பண்ணிவிட்டார். அதனால தான் இன்னைக்கு we are able to propagate with the blessings of His Holiness Kanchi Mahaswamigal, we are able to propagate நாம சங்கீர்த்தனம் all over the world, particularly in Gulf countries. இங்கே 9 மணிக்கு மேலே பைக்கை நிறுத்தி விடுறோம் பாடக்கூடாதுன்னு. அங்கே பார்த்தேன்னா 9 மணிக்கு தான் ஆரம்பம். எல்லாரும் கேட்குறா என்ன காரணம்னா இந்த நாம சங்கீர்த்தனத்தினுடைய ருச்சி. இதுக்கு ஒரு குறிப்பிட்டவாளை மாத்திரம் இல்லாமல் எல்லாரையும் சந்தோஷப்படுத்த முடியுது. அப்பேற்பட்ட உயர்ந்த தர்மம் இந்த நாம சங்கீர்த்தனம், பஜனை, பகவன் நாமத்தை சொல்கிறது. அப்பேற்பட்ட தர்மத்தை பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரு பாக்கியம் நம்ம ஜென்ம ஜென்மாந்திரத்தில் எங்கள் தாத்தா பாட்டிகளுடைய கிருபையினால் கிடச்சிது. எல்லாத்துக்கும் பெரிய அதிர்ஷ்டம் என்னென்னா 8வது மகாமகத்தை பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கார் எங்கள் அப்பா அம்மா 2 பேரும். இது 8வது மகாமகம் அவள் பார்க்கறது. உண்மையாக எனக்கு ஒரு பிளெஸ்ஸிங்ஸ் உண்டுன்னா அவள் 2 பேரும் இன்றைக்கி வந்து உட்காண்டிருக்கிறது தான். ஹீஸ் எபோவ் 90, மதர் இஸ் எபோவ் 85. முடியவே இல்லைன்னு சொன்னால் நான் சொன்னேன் இந்த டாக்டரேட் உங்களுக்கு தான் கொடுக்கணும், என்ன உங்களுடைய கிருப்பை இல்லைன்னா எனக்கு ஏது இந்த டாக்டரேட்டு. அதனால் அவளுக்கு தான் அவளுடைய கிருபையினால தான் இது கிடச்சிது. யார் சொன்னால் கூட அவருடைய பையன் அம்மா என்ன புண்ணியம் பண்ணியிருக்காளோன்னு தானே சொல்லுவா. அதனால் அந்த புண்ணியம் அவளால் தான் கிடைக்கிறது. அதனால் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு அவார்டு நாம சங்கீர்த்தனத்துக்கு கொடுத்தது ஒரு கிரேட் ரெகக்னிஷன். அதுக்கு சாஸ்திரா யூனிவர்சிட்டிக்கு நம்ம நிறைய தேங்க்ஸ் சொல்லணும். அவளுக்கு பகவானுடைய கிருபை கிடைக்கணும். வேறு எந்த யூனிவர்சிட்டிலையும் ஃபஸ்ட்டு டைம் ஆல் ஓவர் இந்தியா ஃபஸ்ட்டு டைம் நாம சங்கீர்த்தனத்தை ஒரு கோர்ஸாக இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணி நியர்லி 85 சில்ட்ரன் ஆர் லேர்னிங் நாம சங்கீர்த்தனம். எல்லாம் பிடெக் படிக்கிற, எம்டெக் படிக்கிற, லா படிக்கிற குழந்தைகள். அவளுக்கு அடுத்த ஜெனரேஷனுக்கு இது போகணும், நம்ம கலாச்சாரம் போகணும். நாம சங்கீர்த்தனம்ங்கிறது இட்ஸ் நாட் ஓன்லி ப்ராபகேட்டிங் ஆர் இன்கல்கேட்டிங் பக்தி. we are trying to preserve our culture, that's more important. அந்த கலாச்சாரத்தை காப்பாற்றுறதுக்கு தான் இந்த நாம சங்கீர்த்தனத்தை அவள் இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கா. பெரிய சர்வீஸ் அவள் பண்ணுறது. அதுக்கு நாம சங்கீர்த்தனத்துக்கு என்ன மாதிரி இருக்கிற பாகவதாவை கூப்பிட்டு பண்ணணும்னு அவள் பண்ணியிருக்கா. நான் வந்து இதை மகாபரிவாளுக்கு டெடிகேட் பண்ணுறேன், எங்கள் அப்பா அம்மாவுக்கு டெடிகேட் பண்ணுறேன். அதுக்கு மேலே அவர் ரொம்ப அழகாக சொன்னார் கோபால்சாமி சார், இந்த மாதிரி நாம சங்கீர்த்தனம் எந்த வேலை பண்ணினாலும் சரி, ஆற்றுல இருக்கிற அவளுடைய ஒய்ஃபெல்லாம் அவளுக்கு கோஆப்ரேட் பண்ணலைன்னா ஒரு விக்னேஸ்வர பூஜை கூட பண்ண முடியாது. அதனால் நான் எத்தனை ஊருக்கு போனாலும் மாதத்தில் 30 நாளில் 25 நாள் ஊரில் இருக்கிறது இல்லை. யார் இருப்பா சொல்லுங்க? சாக்ரிஃபைஸ் பண்ணால் தான் இருக்க முடியும். ஸோ இந்த டாக்டரேட்டு அந்த ஒய்ஃப் வந்து அவ்வளவு இதுக்கு சாக்ரிஃபைஸ் பண்ணுறா. அவளுடைய டெடிகேஷன் என்ன, அவள் பரம்பரையும் பெரிய பாகவத பரம்பரை. எங்கள் அப்பாவோட அப்பா, அவள் அப்பாவோட அப்பா எல்லாரும் ஒன்றா பஜனை பண்ணவா. அதே மாதிரி ஒருத்தர் ஒரு நாம சங்கீர்த்தனத்தில் முன்னுக்கு வரணும் ஒரு ஆர்டிஸ்ட்டு, எந்த ஆர்டிஸ்டாக இருந்தாலும் சரி கூட இருக்கிறவா சப்போர்ட்டிவாக இருக்கணும். என்னோட மிருதங்க வாசின்னு இருக்கிற 35 வருஷம் கிட்டத்தட்ட பாபு ராஜசேகர், கூட பாடுற பாலு, கூட வாசின்னு இருக்கிற சங்கர் ராமன், பிச்சுமணி பாகவதர், கே சுப்பிரமணியம், இன்னும் நிறையா பேர். அதுக்கு மேலே எல்லாத்துக்கும் மேலே நீங்கள்லாம் நல்லா சப்போர்ட் பண்ணி எத்தனை பேர் வெளியூர்லேருந்துலாம் வந்திருக்கா நாம சங்கீர்த்தனத்தை. அதனால் அவள் எல்லாருக்கும் இதை சப்மிட் பண்ணுறேன். ஏதோ பஜனையா அப்படின்னு சொன்ன காலம் போக நாம சங்கீர்த்தனத்துக்கும் ஒரு டாக்டரேட் கொடுக்க முடியும் அப்படிங்கிறத அதை எஸ்டாப்ளிஷ் பண்ணதே சாஸ்திரா யூனிவர்சிட்டி தான். அதுக்கு மேலே இன்னொன்றும் நாம சங்கீர்த்தனம் மாத்திரம் இருந்தால் போகிறோம். கலியுகத்தில் பேசிக் குவாலிஃபிகேஷனாக இருக்கிற சந்தியாவந்தனத்தை பண்ணிவிட்டு நம்ம கர்மாவை விடாமல் இருந்துட்டு பகவன் நாமாவை 10 நிமிஷம் அவள் வாழ்க்கை எந்த சுவாமியை பிடிக்குமோ 10 நிமிஷம் சான் பண்ணால் போகிறோம் அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு ஐ ஓப்பனர். அது கலியுகத்தில் எல்லார் கண்ணையும் திறக்கணுங்கிறதுக்காக தான் டாக்டர் பத்ரிநாத்தை கூப்பிட்டுருக்கா போல இருக்கு இங்கே. அதனால் ஏன்னா காஞ்சி மகாசுவாமிகளுக்கே ஆப்ரேஷன் பண்ணவர் அவர் தான், ஹீஸ் தி ஃபிட்டஸ்ட் பர்சன். அவர் வந்து இதில் கலந்துன்றது மக்களாக ஒரு பெரிய பாக்கியம். இந்த மாதிரி இந்த சாஸ்திரா யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் மேலே மேலே நிறையா இந்த கலாச்சாரத்தை அடுத்த லெவலுக்கு கொண்டு போகிறதுக்கு நிறையா முயற்சி பண்ணி நல்ல காரியங்கள் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கா. அதில் ஒரு கடுகை விட ரொம்ப குறைச்சலாக நமக்கும் போய் அவளோட கைங்கரியம் பண்ணக்கூடிய பாக்கியத்தை மகா சுவாமிகள் கொடுத்துருக்கார். அதனால் இங்கே வந்திருக்கிற அத்தனை பேருக்கு நமஸ்காரத்தை தெரிவிச்சுட்டு ஸ்ரீ சேதுராமன் சார், அவர் நம்ம டீன் வைத்திய சுப்பிரமணியம் சார், சுவாமிநாதன் சார், ஃபேக்கல்ட்டிஸ் அவள் இருக்கிறவா எல்லாருக்கும் என்னுடைய தாழ்மையான நன்றி. இதுக்கு முக்கியமாக இந்த ராமசங்கீர்த்தனம் ஒரு 15 வருஷத்தில் இவ்வளோ பெரிய லெவலில் குளோபலாக பேசப்படுறதுன்னா அதுக்கு முக்கியமாக நாமசங்கீர்த்தனா ஃபெஸ்டிவல் மெட்ராஸில் நடந்தது. அது எல்லா பாகவதால எல்லாம் பண்ணினா, அதுக்கு நம்ம காமகோட்டி சார் அதில் ரொம்ப முக்கிய பங்கெடுத்து பண்ணினார். அவர் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கார் சிட்டி யூனியன் பேங்க். அதனால் எல்லாருடைய சப்போர்ட் இல்லாமல் இது நடக்காது. அதனால் அவங்க எல்லாருக்கும் என்னுடைய நன்றியை தெரிவிச்சுக்கிறேன். நீங்களாம் நிறையா சப்போர்ட் பண்ணணும். ஒரு வீட்லேயும் ஒரு குழந்தையாவது ஒரு பாகவதனாக இருக்கணும், கையில் ஜாலரா வச்சுன்னு பாடணும், நம்ம குடும்பங்கள்லாம் பரமக்ஷேமமாக இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு பகவானை பிரார்த்தனை பண்ணிட்டு இந்த டாக்டரேட் கொடுத்த காஞ்சி மகாசுவாமிகளுக்கு மறுபடியும் நான் அவருடைய பாதத்தில் சமர்ப்பணம் பண்ணிட்டு இந்த ஒரு அருமையான வாய்ப்பு கொடுத்த சாஸ்திரா யூனிவர்சிட்டிக்கு என்னுடைய நமஸ்காரத்தை தெரிவிச்சுக்கிறேன்.
Thank you, sir. May I invite Dr. S. Vaidya Dean Planning and Development, to present the citation for Kudavayal, Dr. M. Balasubramanian, the renowned archaeologist and temple historian.
SASTRA University, citation. Born in the year 1948 at the Kudavayal village of the current Thiruvarur district, Dr. Kudavayal M. Balasubramanian has earned degrees in history and temple architecture while specializing in epigraphy, and began a unique artistic career to pursue his passion in the understanding of intricacies of sculptures and cultural establishments that define Indian culture. He began his career as a publication manager and curator of the renowned Saraswati Mahal Library in Tanjavur, and rose to eminence and excellence in the study of temple architecture over his 27 years of service at the library. His sustained efforts and interesting observations earned him a PhD in temple architecture from Tamil University. Dr. Balasubramanian is a recipient of several awards, including the Dr. U.V. Swaminatha Iyer Tamil Scholar Award from the Government of Tamil Nadu in 2015, Tirukkovil Kalichselvar Award from Dharmapuram Adinam, Lifetime Achievement Award by Sangeet Sagar and Russian Center of Science and Culture, Chennai, Secular Tamil Scholar Award from Secular Research Center in 2015, Potramare Award for the Best Research Scholar in 2015, Rajaraja Cholan Award from Sadayavira Festival in 2012, Karikala Cholan Award from Tamil Ayya Kalvi Kazhagam, Thiruvaiyar in 2009, Thiruvarur Semmani from Siruvaparai Murugan Abhisheka Kuru in 2005, Tirukkoyil Aivu Peruli from Arubathtumuvar Mandram, Tanjavur in 2005, and Aiyurai Vittagar Award from Appar Arakkattale in 2014. He has also received awards for his books on Thiruvarur Tirukkoyil, Tanjavur 650 to 1850 AD, and Rajarajecharam. Dr. Kudavayal Balasubramanian has 27 opuses, 20 booklets, 53 seminar papers, and 450 articles to his credit in the fields of history, archaeology, numismatics, epigraphy, temple architecture, Saiva Agamas, sculptures, paintings, music, and dance. His exemplary achievement of the discovery of Nandipuram near Kandiyur and its shrine housing 1,000 Sivalingas was a significant milestone in Indian history. His excavations at Agara Ohai yielded 5 Chola period bronzes. His research established the hoary greatness of Kudavayal Kottam of Sangam age and added a new and authentic chapter to the South Indian history. His highly commended work, Thanjai Nayakar Varalaru, marks a milestone in the field of historic exploration. He has discovered more than 100 inscriptions and a few valuable copper plates, which has opened newer dimensions to temple research. He is well versed in the science of numismatics. His discovery of the commemorative gold coin issued by Rajaraja upon his victory over Sri Lanka and the coins of Koneri Raya and Sundara Pandya reveal him as a worthy numismatist. His discourse on the musical instruments of Tamil Nadu, delivered at the Music Academy Chennai, won the recognition of musicians worldwide. His book on Panchamukha Vadhya is a classic. His in-depth study of the 94 dance Karana sculptures etched in the Rajagopuram of Sarangabani temple at Kumbakonam, and his in-depth knowledge of Gukesha Bharata Lakshana identified the dancer as Muruga. His work, Udayar Kudi Inscriptions, a review, has indubitably established the truth of the inscriptions of Udayar Kudi. This is proof positive of the right method of hermeneutics pursued by him. His powerful interpretations of the vocables of Sangam literature, as well as the corpus of Thevaram, won the admiration of peers and international scholars. His visits to Cambodia, Malaysia, Java, Sumatra, Borneo, and Pali have yielded valuable documentation of temple architecture. Dr. Balasubramaniam is also an expert on water management that prevailed during the Chola period. In the light of inscriptions and wide research, he has now established the high-legged Arudra and the month Adi relating to the birth of Rajendra Chola. His souvenirs on the Mahamagam are authentic references to the spiritual and historical event of the town of Kumbakonam. With a deep sense of appreciation for the exemplary research and work on temple architecture that stands as a testimony to Indian culture, the exceptional commitment to unravel the minutiae of temple sculptures, painting and music, the passionate and illustrious career and work that provided the platform to the understanding of our rich Indian history and culture, fine arts and literature, and as Shastra's homage to an academic scholar, I have the honor to present unto you Dr. Kudavail M. Balasubramaniam for the conferment of the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa, signed by Professor R. Sethuraman, Vice Chancellor, read on February 17, 2016 at Kumbakonam.
Now I invite Kudavail Dr. M. Balasubramanian to deliver his acceptance speech.
பெருமங்கலம் சிறக்கும் இப்பெருவிழாவில் எங்களுக்கு பட்டங்கள் வழங்கிய டாக்டர் SSB அவர்களே, மாண்பமை துணைவேந்தர் அவர்களே, மேனாள் தேர்தல் ஆணையர் அவர்களே, இசைப்பேரறிஞர் அவர்களே, இங்கு குழுமியுள்ள சான்றோர் பெருமக்களே, உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் என் பணிவார்ந்த வணக்கங்களை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். 45 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு மேலாக நான் மேற்கொண்டொழுகும் என் பணிகளுக்கு ஒரு அங்கீகாரத்தை அளித்த சாஸ்திரா பல்கலைக்கழகத்திற்கு என் நெஞ்சார்ந்த நன்றியை காணிக்கையாக்குகின்றேன். மகாமக பெருவிழா நிகழ்ந்து வருகின்ற குடந்தை நகரில் எனக்கு பட்டமளிக்க பெற்றிருப்பது பொருத்தமானதும் இரட்டிப்பு மகிழ்வை தரக்கூடியதும் ஆகும். எனக்கு கல்லூரி கல்வியை வழங்கியது இக்குடந்தையம்பதியே ஆகும். குடந்தை அரசினர் கலைக்கல்லூரியில் இள அறிவியல் பட்டம் பெறுகின்ற பெருவாய்ப்பு எனக்கு கிட்டியது. கோயிற்கலை, வரலாறு, தொல்லியல் போன்ற துறைகளில் நான் பயிற்சி பெறுவதற்கு களமாக விளங்கியதும் கும்பகோணம் பகுதியே ஆகும். இங்கு திகழும் 1000 ஆண்டுகள் கடந்த திருக்கோயில்கள்தாம் எனக்கு அறிவு புகட்டிய கல்விச்சாலைகள். 1970ஆம் ஆண்டில் குழந்தை கல்லூரி மாணவனாக நான் இருந்தபோது என் முதல் ஆய்வுக் கட்டுரை தினமணி நாளேட்டின் தினமணி சுடரில் பிரசுரமானது. அந்த கட்டுரையின் தலைப்போ கல்லெல்லாம் கதை சொல்லும் தாராசுரம் திருக்கோயில் என்பதாகும். அந்த திருக்கோயிலும் குடந்தை நகரத்தை சார்ந்த ஒன்றே. அன்று தொடங்கிய என் எழுத்துப் பணி இன்று வரை தொடர்கின்றது. என்னை உருவாக்கிய குடந்தையில் இன்று பட்டம் பெறுவதை பெரும் பேராக கருதுகிறேன். நம் கலாச்சார கூறுகளையும் பண்பாட்டு நெறிகளையும் சற்றும் சிதைவின்றி அடுத்த தலைமுறையினருக்கு கொண்டு சேர்ப்பதே என் வாழ்நாள் பணியாக கருதுகிறேன். அப்பணியினை மேலும் செவ்வனே செய்வதற்கு சாஸ்திரா பல்கலைக்கழகம் எனக்கு மேலும் ஊக்கத்தினை தந்துள்ளது. நிச்சயம் நான் வெற்றி காண்பேன். என்னை கௌரவப்படுத்திய சாஸ்திரா பல்கலைக்கழகத்திற்கும் அதன் மாண்புமை துணைவேந்தர் உள்ளிட்ட அனைவருக்கும் என்றென்றும் நன்றி கடப்பாடுடையேனாவேன். இன்றைய விழாவின் சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் டாக்டர் SSB அவர்களுக்கு மீண்டும் ஒரு முறை என் நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். குழுமையுள்ள அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். எனக்கு கிடைத்த இந்த பட்டத்தினை எனக்கு வழிகாட்டிய ஞான தெய்வமாக விளங்குகின்ற சுவாமி தயானந்த சுவாமி அவர்களுடைய திருவடிகளில் சமர்ப்பித்து உங்களிடமிருந்து விடைபெறுகிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, sir. May I invite Dr. S.S. Badrinath, Chairman Emeritus, Shankar Nethralaya, Chennai, to deliver the special convocation address.
Respected Vice Chancellor of the SASTRA University, respected Director of Research, and the recipients of D.Lit in a glittering function today, to all of you, and to the elite of the Kumbakonam, Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu, and perhaps the rest of India too, who are assembled here, may I offer my very sincere greetings and namaskaram to each and every one of you. I start thanking the Vice Chancellor of the SASTRA University for having honored me, asked me to come here and speak a few words at the convocation address when the three doyens are being treated with the D.Lit degree. Before them, I'm nothing. And this is indeed a very great honor. Thank you very much indeed, sir. Thank you, thank you. Let me say that Shankar Nethralaya, Chennai is very much indebted to SASTRA University in many ways. We have a department of research, nearly about 60 core scientists work there. We do a fair amount of research, and some of it require collaboration between SASTRA University and Shankar Nethralaya. We have benefited immensely, and I take this opportunity of thanking you for accepting us as a collaborator, and thank you indeed, sir. Having said that, I'm thankful to the organizers for inviting me, and thanking SASTRA University for the research work. Let me probably say, I'm going to speak to you for a few minutes on a very important subject, a subject which is dear to my heart. There are quite a large number of people assembled here, and we are all enjoying the program, but three gems have been identified and are being greeted today. Not only from them, but also from the administrators of the SASTRA University, such as the Vice Chancellor, Director of Research, etc. We need to, particularly the youngsters whom I see in the back half of the auditorium, we need to learn. Learning has no particular time period. Even though I'm old, I still learn every day something or other, something new. So what do we learn from these three giants whom we have greeted today with a D.Lit degree? One of the most important things is, particularly for the youngsters, I want to tell you that success does not come without hard work. So it's very important that if you just go back home and think as to how much of hard work these three gentlemen have put in to deserve this honor. So let us inculcate in our life in the future, at least, if it is not there already, that we all shall work very hard for a very important goal. And what should be that goal? A nation. A nation must do well in the future. We are progressing well, but unfortunately there are many things which are happening in this country which makes us wonder why this is happening. Why? Why not we just go in a very beautiful, straight way so that we progress and get the opportunity to take our poorer people also along with us forwards in our march in the life. I don't want to go into the details about what is happening to the country, but we are facing some crisis, not anything which is insurmountable, but it requires determination of all of us to look at the facts which are in front of us and say that we need to do something to ensure that our involvement in the right things for the sake of the country. We perhaps may not benefit from it immediately, but as we are benefiting now from the freedom which was obtained by our forefathers, a freedom which is just impossible to describe how good it is, how great it is. Sometime in the future, some of our progenies would also very happily celebrate the days on which we have done the sacrifice, analyze what is wrong, not go in that particular way, take up the cause for dharma and proceed further forwards in making this India a great country. Now, I did mention that hard work is important, national pride, national direction is important, and I think youngsters should take it up and do this as their life goal. Now, it's not difficult, it is, I would say, fairly easy to be following what I have said. Straightforwardness, honesty, and having a goal in life, bringing up the children with these things shouldn't be a difficult one. Now, let me say that we have to have spirituality to a great extent in our lives. I've heard the bhajans, not only in your presence, sir, but also on the television on many occasions I've heard, and it indeed moves us all into a different plane. And without spirituality, as somebody said, science is zero. Without spirituality, life is also zero. We need to have a certain amount of involvement as far as spirituality is concerned. Look at Dr. Gopal Swami. He was in charge of the electronics department both in Gujarat as well as in the central government. He moved over to being an election commissioner and won the praise of not only within India from all the parties, but also even from outside India. How are you conducting your elections? We would like to learn that. People have come, they learned the art of conducting the elections from none other than Mr. Gopal Swami himself. That's the kind of life which I want youngsters to lead. Be a role model for others. Do things which will make others to come to you, ask you, how did you do that? Can we also do that? So it's really nice, very heartening to hear that Election Commission has even sent for 1 or 2 voters living in high altitudes, group of people, their staff, to let these 1 or 2 people living in the higher altitudes to cast their votes, because they want to tell the people that freedom is unequal to anything. So casting vote is a sign of freedom. So even for 2 voters, if I'm not wrong, sir, you have sent people high up the mountains to make them vote. As far as our friend from this part of the country is concerned, he has done a fabulous job. He has done so much of research that Sir, if I'm not mistaken, you even have discovered the place where Rajaraja Cholan was cremated. This is what I've heard, and I heard this and so many other stories, and I really admire you, because to read history, to read about architecture, makes you feel this is what belonged to us. This is how great we were once upon a time. Let us not let down our past glory. Improve upon it. Live a life which will enhance the past into a good, better future. So I once again thank the Vice Chancellor. I distributed a check also to Madam from S.Ramachandra Medical College, and the check came to my hand. I almost wanted to keep it to myself. Anyway, I will get it one of these days. So thank you very much for your patient hearing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. May I request Dr. S. Swaminathan, Dean Sponsored Research Shastra, to propose a vote of thanks.
Orator of the special convocation, Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Deans, faculty colleagues, special invitees, members from the print and electronic media. We are drawing close to the final minutes of this twin-delighted, emotion-packed, momentous occasion. The various activities of this university, right from its inception, have been very carefully centered on our vision and mission statements, which clearly reflect our quest for academic excellence and global competence. We have always believed in inculcating and fostering essential moral values which go to make a complete individual while providing them with knowledge in frontier areas of science and technology. Shastra has always had an ethos of its own, different from others, the rest of the institutions in this region, in the state, in the country, and in the world. Knowledge without proper base of ethics can be dangerous, as evident from the chaos in the world every day. At a time when altruistic ideals and civil interests seem to have given way to power goals and heightened interest in materialism, Shastra presents a holistic approach to personal and professional growth. And we have carved a niche for ourselves as a center for fostering the development of body, mind, and spirit of all our stakeholders. And this was what our Founder-Chancellor always believed, and has also set us in the same path which we continue to follow, be it the merit-based admission, admission without capitation, no fear, no favor, which was also referred to by Shri Gopalaswamy, just to name a few. Today, we could have no better person other than Dr. S.S. Badrinath to inaugurate the centenary celebrations of our Founder-Chancellor, and also to present the honoris causa in the special convocation on the occasion of the Holy Mahamaham. Sir, no one can forget the humble beginnings of Shankar Nethralaya in 1978 with the benign blessings of Kanchi Paramacharya. And now, the Shankar Nethralaya has about more than 1,200 employees. There are a lot of things that run common between our institutions, be it the humble beginnings of Shastra, with the blessing which was started again with the blessings of the Kanchi Paramacharya. And I could go on and on with the similarities, but the most striking is the strong ethical values that have been imprinted in the DNA of both the institutions, Shankar Nethralaya and Shastra University. My salutations and heartfelt gratitude to you, sir, for demonstrating how determination and hard work can overcome all odds without compromising the ethical values. Your dedication to provide quality care at affordable cost, to provide teaching and training to ophthalmologists and paramedical personnel to combat blindness in India, and research in vision sciences to address ophthalmic problems specific to India is indeed commendable, and has in fact placed India in a very high pedestal in the area of ophthalmology. We thank you very much for being with us today, sir. The three stalwarts in their own fields who have been honored with the honoris causa are well noted for their professionalism and sticking to the principles and rules of their own professions. We thank you for the services you have rendered to, and also continue to render to the society. My word of thanks to the Vice Chancellor for championing all these activities, for his involvement and determination to see these to fruit in. Special thanks to Dr. J.S. Murthy and his team from S.Ramachandra University for conducting the medical camp both at Thanjavur and Convocation, and for identifying the 135 children who need immediate medical attention, and also for conducting the emergency surgeries that were required on a couple of children. Thanks are due to my heartfelt thanks to all the faculty colleagues who have been very active co-passengers in the Shastra's journey the last 32 years. Thanks are due to the members of the media, the civil and electrical maintenance departments, all the invited guests who have come here, and all those who have attended this event. Thank you all.
I dissolve the convocation.
And please rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाता जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
May I request you all please be standing in your own place till the convocation group leaves the auditorium.